I really wanted to like Pet Sematary 2018. I really did. It's one of my favorite Stephen King novels and one of my favorite horror movies of all time. When it first came out, it scared the living daylights out of me. It still does to this day. And it's one of the few horror movies I watch that gives me the absolute creeps. Unfortunately, the new one just didn't live up to the expectations, I guess. I like the fresh coat of paint they put on it, some of the changes they deviated from the book and the original film. We'll talk about the ending coming up in the review. For the movie on the whole, I felt like it could have been longer. I wanted a bit more relationship, backstory type of thing with the characters. I didn't feel the friendship between Lewis and Judd. I felt things moved too fast. I felt like they were just hitting the points that you wanted to see. You want to see Judd meet the family. You want to see Ellie find the pet cemetery. You want to see when Lewis first buries Church. You want to see Lewis bury his child. And I felt like everything was moving way too quickly. They needed to slow it down a bit and let the characters, have time to breathe. And I felt that was missing from this movie. And to me, it made the film feel a little hollow. Is it scary? I don't think it was as scary as the first Pet Cemetery. I shouldn't say the first Pet Cemetery, the original film. I don't think it was as scary as that, and definitely was not as scary as the book, though it did handle death and mortality very well in this movie, and it made the movie feel really dire, which it should. And it does give you that sense of dread and foreboding. Unfortunately, unlike the first one for me, I just felt the scares weren't there, because I kind of knew what was going to happen, and things were almost playing out at some points, pace for pace. I did like the change of Zelda, though. I thought that was a really good addition to the story and to the lore. What didn't work for me was the story. I thought the acting and directing was well done. The editing was decent, but the story just didn't work for me. I felt it was a little too rushed, and it could use probably maybe 20 minutes more of film to flesh out the character interactions, the characters in the movie. I didn't get the connection with the characters like I did from the original film and from the book. I just felt like I was waiting for the plot points to hit so I can see the scenes that we've all come to that we wanted to see. I thought John Lithgow did a great job as Judd, and Amy Simons played Rachel perfectly, and as well as Jason Clarke as Lewis. The children themselves were great in the film, and when the little girl who plays Ellie takes a turn, she takes a turn, and she becomes very, very scary. But overall, I just didn't feel the scariness that I felt from the original film and from the book. There's definitely a lot of dread, a lot of heavy-handedness in it, the way it handles death and mortality, which is great. I give this film a 3 out of 5. It's definitely one to see in the cinema, just for the atmosphere. Drop us a line in the comments below if you are planning on seeing it, if you like the original movie, if you like the original book, what's your thoughts about this remake. This is Mike from Tacos Dinner Media. Hope you have a fine day, and catch us on the flip side.